My Hero Academia All's Justice has 5 playable Dekus. 2 of those playable Dekus are brand new. One for all Deku, who feels like the main character for the most part. He's the one you mostly play in Team Up Mission. And Deku Rising, which I believe you unlock when you finish story mode. And today I wanted to bring you some gameplay for this particular character, but that's not all. Because we've also got Hawks and Shinso on the team, and coming up we have Todoroki Bakugo with Stain, as well as Gentle, Haya Nomu, and Suneater. Now the first thing you may notice is that this Deku is almost kind of like a compilation of the previous Dekus. Not the new Deku, the one for all Deku, he doesn't take any moves from him, but he takes moves from base Deku, from shoot style Deku. This is a charged quirk 1 and also just a quick quirk 1. The jumping blast from base Deku, that is quirk 3. Skill 2, quirk skill 2 in the air is shoot style straight up. So yeah, a lot of his moves, he's kind of like a best of character. I think this was the first time that I felt a little bit icked out by a character's moveset in All's Justice, because it was like, oh wow, they straight up just use those moves. They straight up just recycle those moves, huh? I don't know how I feel about that. Because every single character in this game is unique. I think we can let them get away with one character. This game has 68 characters, every single one of them just has brand new moves. This is the one where they went, you know what? Let's see what these moves together do. And I'm just trying out combos, trying out different routes. So the swap to Kurogiri, the CPU is really good at just swapping to another character to preserve their health. They are very good at health management. And I think that makes it so the first kill takes a while to happen. But after the first kill happens, the second one happens very quickly. And the third one takes a little bit longer because it's the last character. And the last character always comes in with Rising and half HP. Now, we're messing around with Hawks. He felt pretty similar. I'm trying to remember his routes, but for the most part, everything I'm doing that used to work still works. I remember he had a loop, and I'm trying to figure it out on the fly. I also want to see his plus ultra, so maybe we just confirm into it quickly and follow up with Deku, because I know y'all want to see his plus ultra. Too bad. This finishes off Chisaki. Now, you may have noticed that we are doing daily My Hero Academia All's Justice videos, and the next video is going to be an overview of story mode as well as Hero's Diary. It's not coming out tomorrow because I think tomorrow we have Dragon Ball Daima DLC for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but the day after, I'm definitely posting that immediately as soon as possible. And if you guys are a YouTube member, if you guys have chosen to support me on the channel, you can actually watch it right now. You get early access to every My Hero Academia video this week. All for One Chaos comes out. This is another version of All for One that is brand new. This one I think you also unlock by the time you finish story mode, and he comes in Rising, which makes him spawn all of these orbs. I'm just gonna do brainwashing though, which is indeed gonna stun All for One. Brainwashing from Shinso, still one of the most unique moves in fighting games overall. It counters voice lines, in case you didn't know. So if you do any move that has a voice line while you are in the bubble, you get stunned. Now, even though I get him stunned here, his Rising effect is going to prevent me from landing a combo on All for One. But we can stun him again because he just said a voice line. Using both of his combo breaks, that means Next Touch definitely finishes him off. We haven't even had a chance to fill up the Rising gauge. If you are winning in this game, you do not get a lot of Rising. Meanwhile, the opponent did get 2 Risings. For the most part, I think you are going to get 2 Risings if the match is about even. But we're just winning like crazy here. I'm just going to stand here with a bubble. Of course, you're going to get stunned. And we got to finish in style. The plus ultra finish to end it all in style, which is exactly how I think we should kick off tournaments for My Hero Academia All's Justice. We're doing it in style on February 14th for PlayStation on all different regions. If you'd like to join it is completely free. The sign-up link is in the description below. But we move on to our next match, where you're going to see some familiar faces. Todoroki, Bakugo, and Stain in the back versus Night Eye, Fat Gum, and Gengar Orca. Every single one of these characters was playable previously, but they all have received some significant changes. If nothing else, the Rising system significantly changes characters. You remember this strategy from OG1 and OG2? I think it's still going to work. You're still going to be able to slide around, throw your flamethrower, and get some easy wins in lower ranks. Of course, at higher ranks, that's never going to work. Fat Gum here does not become Slim Gum anymore. Manually, he has to become Slim Gum by using his Rising. But he has a unique meter now. If you notice that near his health bar, as he absorbs attacks, his Quirk 2 as Slim Gum becomes stronger, I believe. Maybe his plus ultra as well. Gang Orca, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Oh my god, I love that confirm. Flamethrower into tag. This is why I think zoning is actually going to be really good in this game, because you can confirm any move into a tag and get a full combo out of it. Confirm into plus Ultra 1 with Stain, which, yes, you can still extend this combo. And after this, you can go into a tag and extend the combo further. This was already a ton of damage on Orca. So just imagine how much damage this is going to be once we actually practice combos. It's going to be insane. Throw the knives. And of course, Stain can teleport. I went for the unblockable. A little bit too short. Did not catch Fat Gum here. He's going to catch me instead, so we're going to use our combo break. But as I was saying, Gang Orca, one of the worst risings I've ever seen, and he's actually going to use it here. And it's actually a perfect example as to why I think it is a bad rising. Night Eye, I'm not going to lie, if you're a Night Eye fan, he didn't do much in this match, so we don't get to showcase him too much other than me landing this sick combo. Tagging Bakugo, Quirk 2, tagging Todoroki, bringing back down to the ground. This is also a new feature for All's Justice. If your character does not have a jumping plus ultra, they do this move to bring them back down to the ground so you can always finish a combo with a plus ultra move. In comes Fat Gum. Again, the CPU really good at managing health by tagging out characters. Tagging seems pretty safe for the most part. Even if you get caught on the character tagging out, you cannot kill them. They cannot get killed after the tag out animation, so pretty safe for the most part. And Todoroki here just doing some solid zoning, stopping Fat Gum from engaging. Attack not coming through, but we slide and finish off Sir Night Eye. In comes Orca. Now they have a full rising. He combo broke immediately because he got caught by the ice. There's a full rising bar, and this is maybe a problem with this strategy of like managing health too good. Is that now Fat Gum pretty much has no health to take advantage of this rising. He's going to do a raw plus Ultra 1. He hasn't absorbed any attacks, so his Quirk 2 is nothing to be scared of. And this simple combo is probably going to finish things off. We're just going to confirm into Todoroki, and in comes Orca. Now, the final character could be someone a pixel away from dying, because as soon as they come in, they go back to 50% health and activate Rising automatically. Now, Gang Orca's Rising, I said it was bad, and we're going to break down a moment here. He automatically shoots some shockwaves, like right there. The problem is that shockwave made him drop the combo. We're going to have to break down that moment really quick. As I'm approaching Gang Orca, all Gang Orca is doing is dodging away from me, trying to create some distance, and he's going to do Quirk Skill 3, which is an armored get away from me move. The thing is, I got hit by his automatic shockwave, and that kept me away from his Quirk Skill 3, which would have dealt a lot more damage. And to me, any Rising that has an effect that might screw up my game plan, especially on offense and neutral, is a bad Rising. I cannot control those shockwaves, and in this case, it completely screwed Orca over. We're slowly starting to remember the Todoroki combo, but we're gonna go into Rising here just as to not waste that bar. This makes it so the opponent is very slowed down. If they stand still, they actually become frozen. And Todoroki also gains a few new effects, like his ice actually stays on stage. Unfortunately, Orca goes down, and we don't have a chance to see all of that in action. And for our final gameplay match, we have Gentle, Haya Nomu, which is a brand new character, and Suneater versus 3 Dekus. Yeah, I wanted to test if it was possible to play the same version of a character in a team, or if it would lock you out of duplicates, but no. You could totally play the 3 Dekus versus 3 all-for-ones. I think those are the only characters with 3 different versions. Shigaraki, I believe, lost one of his versions for this game. It's one of the only missing characters. Probably the only missing character, actually. Overhaul V2 also is not playable, but he's Shisaki's Rising, so technically still in the game. But before Style Shigaraki, the very first Shigaraki from All Justice 1, yeah, that's just completely gone from the looks of it. But these are the 3 Dekus that were playable in One's Justice 2. We're starting with Gentle. I did think I was going to be a Gentleman for a little while, and now I'm realizing, damn, I forgot everything. I'm trying to do the setup where you just put 2 trampolines front to front and bounce them between each other. It's a pretty fun thing to do. Get caught by the 100% Deku, and we're going to switch over to Suneater. This was another character that I thought I was going to be a main of. Stop blocking too soon. 100% Deku is going to hit me with that final hit. Quirk 4. And I hit him with my own Quirk 4, but it clashes. It's time to spin to win. Get that clam going. And projectile into tag is going to be so strong in this game. Not only for combos, like I mentioned with Todoroki, throwing the flamethrower and then trying to confirm into something, but also for pressure and neutral. You throw a projectile and put an opponent behind it, or put a teammate behind them with a tag, and suddenly you're just applying pressure while the opponent has to deal with the projectile. We're gonna have to do a quick replay here because I was very confused by this moment. But basically what happened is I caught Deku in my clam, and Deku chose to use his combo break. But before the combo break effect, he tagged the next Deku immediately, and that gave me this guard crash effect, which I don't think is supposed to happen. I won't think much of it, because, you know, I didn't take a ton of damage, it didn't start a combo, I don't think there's tech there. It's just the emergency exit to the combo break actually goes through guard, and so that's how the game decided to deal with it. This high-end Nomu is a brand new character. It's a character with some very big moves. I saw Quirk 3 says bite, I'm like, hang on, what does this do? Well, surely that's not it. Bite, bite, bite. Seems to be a very good move with like good frame data, but kind of simple. I sure could not believe that it was all it did, but I think it is. I think that's actually all it does. Big flurry from 100% Deku. And this character, I'm starting to feel like it's a character you want to play from a distance because of his big limbs. Quirk skill 4 is going to whiff, but we are going to recover in time to block this plus ultra. A lot of chip damage in this game overall. This is definitely a game that if you don't have tag, you can definitely go for chip damage on your opponents. Big unblockable with Quirk 4, and we're going to confirm into plus ultra. I think this is going to be enough, even though we tagged in Suneater for the follow-up. I don't think he's going to be needed. And in comes 100% Deku. Now I have a full Rising bar. It's time to pop the Rising with this Nomu. Now, the effect he gets is pretty generic. A lot of characters have this effect, which is the ability to cancel more moves, giving you more combo routes. But on top of that, he does have something unique, which is increased speed on his air dash. He gains these wings, and look at the speed of that. That's the only time I think I do it, but yeah, dude goes fast when air dashing. Once again, emergency dodging to tag, but this time I wasn't blocking, so I didn't get the guard crush effect, which definitely threw me off last time. Look at that dodge cancel out of, was it Quirk 4, the slide on the ground? Yeah, Shoot Style Deku also gets that effect that allows him to cancel more moves and the Just Guard. Oh my goodness, this Shoot Style is definitely cooking me. On top of it, he also gets more hits on all of his kick-based moves, which, you know, it's probably most of them. Down he goes, and in comes the final Deku. Now, this Deku has a passive heal. He heals over time as long as he is not taking damage, so we cannot be passive against him. But at the same time, it's a character that can be very aggressive, and if he's applying pressure or making or doing a combo on us, he is going to be healing. It's a very strong Rising, but it has a big downside too, because once it ends, Deku will lose half of his HP. Whatever HP he has remaining, he will lose half of it. We are dodging, and this is a combo that we don't want to drop. Unfortunately, we do actually do exactly that. We drop it. Survive the flurry, and we're going to try to dodge out of this. We dodge towards the wrong side. Okay, Deku is now full health. That's how strong this Rising is. Add worse, he's full health, and he'll go back to just being half health at the end of this Rising. But we're going to land a hit. Quick 3-hit confirm into plus ultra. We're also going to tag in Suneater. This was just 3 hits into 2 plus ultras. Look at the damage this deals. But it's obviously not just the damage of plus ultras. The Rising is also going to end and deal the final chunk of damage right there. Boom. His health is almost gone. Big downside to his Rising once it ends. Big! Just Guard once again. CPU is definitely cooking. Oh, I always play against the CPU in the max difficulty and played on with manual controls, so that's why you're not seeing any auto combos or any stuff like that. That's why you can see all of this experimentation and all of these quirks as clean as possible. That said, Deku did not have a lot of health, so we can finish it simple with high-end Nomu, landing our 3rd victory of the day. And that's the gameplay I've got for you guys today. Make sure you're subscribed because we're doing My Hero Academia all week long after we take a quick break to review Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's Daima DLC Part 2. But if you want to see my deep dive into Story Mode and Hero's Diary, you can watch it right now if you are a YouTube member. For less than $1, you're getting early access to all the My Hero Academia videos this week. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.